Okay, we've done Kha'Zix. Oh, that was anticlimactic. Okay, we've done Kha'Zix. Now it's time to do some Rengar. We're going to go with the Conqueror Rune page instead of the Fleet Footwork. As you all know, I love my Fleet Footwork tech. Much better for your bush range, your mobility, your basically just, it's cooler. But obviously here we have Mundo, Jax, Kassadin, we got a Lulu, the Bane of all Rengar plays. So we're going to go to the Conqueror and see what we can do. Now the playstyle here should be interesting for us to see because we've just had Kha'Zix with the unique build, right? Going with the Umbral Glaive tech. Let's see what tech we go here and how effective it is. Now, we're against Mundo Jungle. No, this one was not me. I don't put myself against Rengar Smurfs in Master Tier Plus to lose. But as you all know, I am a Mundo Soul enjoyer. Soul champion, has been for many years now. Rengar, though, was my first main. Did about 600 games in 2014 when I first started my first year playing with Rengar. This champion is probably even still top 3 with most jungle games played from me with Zyramundo and, of course, the Rengar. Ornn and Warwick and Volibear are, like, right there also. Basically, that's my, like, top 6 pool. But here in this meta, after the change was ultimate, giving you that extra AD ratio buff, equals ADCs are gonna die. But most importantly, in this game, what I want to talk about is the fact of the matter that we have a Jinx on our team who's going to be an absolute corpse, and we're going to have to drag it across the finish line. And we're going to do it with a lot of KP, but we're not going to do it with the 1v9 25 kills. It's a different kind of carry. And that is important when you're playing an assassin, specifically something like Rengar, because you can go into, obviously, you can go into, obviously, the builds of Bruiser and Tank Gar and Fighter and Hybrid, and there's a lot of different things we've done. And we can see the Mundo's actually swapping sides here. So with those builds in mind, we'll see what we go here. We're going to go the Profane, obviously, for the faster farming and scaling. Because Mundo does that well. And here, this is what I love to do a lot. I will either reverse clear, double reverse hook here just to see where you're going to go. Or if we stop blue and go down, it's always a faster clear starting on the blue Gromp. We can then kind of cut back up and do the Scuttle Crab. And from Rengar's perspective here, a lot of enemy junglers, specifically the blue side junglers here, will meet you base first and then go for this, which means you can actually, as Rengar here, double scuttle and potentially gank all 3 lanes plus control the respawn of your camps on the top side. Not in this particular case. Mundo does a good job of simply going back to base. And this is where Rengar is interesting, much like the Kha'Zix, right? We have these quiet moments as assassins, and that's fine, but you will eventually have to get econ. But the most important thing is with an assassin, while you can int for kills, you don't want to int not get them. So that risk assessment is kind of balanced, right? As all things should be. Here we're going to come out of base with 2 long swords. You gotta head to Virkayu.gg. Not only do I have a free jungle improvement resource, I also have a dedicated program with jungle video courses, jungle coaching, coaching classes, a jungle VOD library, special weekly content you'll see nowhere else. All of this available through a premium jungle Discord, which is highly active, a huge community that help each other climb using my jungle program and courses. As we have seen by everybody hitting their peak rank goals in Split 1 and Split 2 of Season 14 as fast as possible. So to climb faster than everybody you know and to jungle diff every game you play, head to Virkayu.gg or click the link in the description below. Mundo obviously has the Giant's Belt. Rengar is already tracking and pinging this. Garen has prior here. He's going to move down with a thumbs up. Basically straight up for clearing. That ward is amazing. Thank you so much. Finally, we understand what the Mundo's doing. And as Rengar here, obviously we're playing around our ultimate to make sure we can actually use that as strong as possible. And Dragon will be up. So let's see what goes on here. Mundo's a little quicker to finish because obviously we had a quick cutback up. No waste of time. Prior for the bot lane. And now we're going to see, right? Is Mundo, is Mundo going to cut back here? Maybe try and do this dragon. I do like to do that if I know for a fact that the Rengar's gone to the top side. I know for the fact that the Rengar's not in the picture at all here. As a Mundo here, and if I know that this is warded, which we should because karma keeps dipping up and down, you can kind of loop back here like this, start this baby up and do it, right? If you have a control ward, slap it in the bush as well, just for some protection. This works well if you know that the Rengar's going up. From Rengar's perspective, we can do the same thing here. At this point, I think we should assume that the Mundo is cut back again. You decide. Do I just want to do the dragon here and use that prior for something good as we see the Mundo? Or do I want to base, get my Tiamat, and actually try and contest this grub snack? That's where the game becomes interesting, right? Because Rengar now has prior mid lane, has seen that the Mundo is doing that, and this is where we differ in our opinions about how to play the scenario. We're obviously going to make sure we get one back here. We will get level 6, potentially, if we can finish this one up. Mundo's obviously playing the same game at this point. He does have smite up, so he's able to get it, but we'll turn back onto the Casadino, get that free kill. triple stunned by the Jax here into the bush. This is where Fleet Footwork is goated with the heal and the spacing, but it will snack the kill up as well. Oh, 0-0-2 actually. This is why this is so damn good. And I don't know if people are fully following what I'm saying, but clear down, clear down, clear down, clear down. Mundo says, look, my bottom lane is shoved in. We can't contest. Later on will be beasts, but currently we ain't beasts. Cuts back up to do this. Assassin players have to think differently. As a Mundo player here, as a Zyra player, sure, I can just do the Dragon. I'm happy with that, right? I don't want to interact with, you know, say that was the Rengar on the Grubs. I don't want to interact with the Rengar on the Grubs, so I'm going to do the Dragon. Rengar, though, against a Mundo, which he knows he can currently beat and defeat, and he wants to scale his Bone Tooth ASAP, get 6 ASAP, and actually control the flow of the game. Why would I do this free Dragon when I can base, use my top prior, and actually force a fight here in my advantage? And that's the thing about Rengars and Kha'Zix is you want to understand when to force the issue, because if you don't force it, Mundo is thinking a little differently here. We're gonna get that movement speed proc. Remember, with your empowered Q, you press that, you get the movement speed proc as well. So we jump into the bush, get the bola, get the vision. That's a dead Mundo. He greeds. Well, that was probably a mistake. Looking for the Rengar, looking for the Jax, looking for the Kassadin. We don't want to do that. Right, games, can you fix your game so that every day I don't have to redo the settings, man? Vanguard is just giving me some pure disease when it comes to this. Huge. Now we know Mundo at this point not going to have his full sequence up, right? Because we are matching sequence. So if he goes down here, sure, he can go into this, into this, into this, to this, into this, or he can cut up and take all of these things. But the timing is just off for the Mundo. He's almost forced to go here. It's a big mistake by the Mundo not to just take what he can get and get out, right? And base and swap sides. That would have been better. Here we have the Kassadin and Lulu fighting mid lane. Okay, well, the directorship did a solid job here. Let's see if Vex is going to live. She does. But Rengar's case, we want to make sure that... Okay, seriously. Rengar's case here, we want to make sure that we base, we get another itemization spike in the pickaxe, and now we can start to actually apply a bit more pressure. We wasted our ultimate, but it will be up again in 32 seconds, so that's absolutely fine. He will be sequencing down, we know that. So here's where things are interesting, because we've cut our clear off, right? We made the aggressive play. We got some gold. Here we had 3.1 to his 2.6. But now Mundo will have a clearer and faster sequence to the bottom side of the map. And we need to either decide, is this something where we want to cut in, contest, fight, and do such things? Or do we full clear, sacrifice our bottom lane, and as we can see here, just do other things. In this case, we see obviously the Lulu has pressure, the Mundo is rotating down. We would not have necessarily expected the Mundo to cut in and do this. I kind of like to play with the Lulu pressure, but that's part of the game, right? You stole his blue, you got in his face. He's able to actually play this off a little bit differently. There's the Lulu now. Ultimate will be available for us if we want to use it, so we want to try and get the triple Q proc by fully stacking our max ferocity. Kassadin's in a bit of a rough situation here. How are we going to play this? We've got the Lulu on us as well. We need to hit that root, which we do, of course. Jump back into the bush, go back again, and that's a dead Kassadin. Terrible positioning here. Mundo's trying to go in on the Vex. You can see here now 66 to 67. Very equal clears. Rengar jumping out of that bush, that range. What a great fear by the Vex. We're going to jump for that when we don't get it. Mundo obviously has his passive up, so the next CC spell will proc that, and then we can just kill him anyway. Beautiful jungling by the Rengar. Corki shows up. Hello, sir. Champion still. Don't walk near the bush. Well, altered, I guess, so it doesn't really matter, but still, don't walk near the bush. Run away, Corki, run away. Get out, get safety. Didn't really think about that at all, did he? So now we're 3-0-4 with 7 out of 9 KP, all driven by our jungle instincts and our decision making. We didn't force a dragon when it was free. We said, why? I'm Rengar, an assassin. I need to scale, and I beat this guy right now, and I've got Prior. Straight to the grubs, force a fight, get in his face for the counter jungling, force him to make a rough decision, kill him. Waste your ult, unfortunately, but that's fine. We can go back to base, buy, sequence all the way down. Mundo makes an aggressive play to steal our blue. We say, well, I stole yours. Kassadin's out of position trying to help the Mundo, and that's where you capitalize. You see the difference here. Rengar plays the map perfectly with great pressure points. This team are rallying around him because they're great plays, and they're able to actually snowball those advantages. The Mundo is forcing things here, like forcing here and dying, forcing here a little bit and dying, and it's costing his team. So the impact of you as a jungler is very much noticeable in this game. And here the Rengar's just like, you know, Jinx is not seemingly doing a lot of things in this particular game, so I'm just going to go topside, and if they want to do the dragon, they can do the dragon. If they want to take those camps, they can do those camps. We have one grub, they have two. I kind of want to do something with this. We got a winning top lane. right? Karma's going to move up as well with this, and this is the snowball effect of not only golden experience, but of your impact playing around winning lane priorities and winning lane states. We had top winning. We didn't give up on it. We actually played around it. That's what's the big difference between you and a guy like this. People like this get to challenge you, and everyone's like, well, it's so lucky. I mean, I don't mind it showing me the action, but we're looking at junglers, guys. we snack up all the grubs. Corki is able to survive just, and Karma is obviously killing the Lulu there. Well, he will die. Patience Viceroy, he will die. TP being committed by the Vex. I don't know if that was worth it. Now Rengar can go deep here. Anyway, as I was saying, playing around your win condition is the most important thing here. Rengar's going to ult this one up. He's going to wait until he can go in and get the full burst. Good night, sweet prince. And we'll take this turret as well with the 4 grubs we have. Mundo's now swapped sides to the bottom side, which is great. Probably should have, well, to be fair, the Mundo was thinking about playing opposite from the Rengar and not actually just running in to fight him, but he was predictable. He did it twice in a row, and the Rengar made great plays opposite. The Mundo would have been absolutely fine if he didn't die on his blue. He compromised everything on that one, and I can tell you straight up firsthand that the Mundo that's a bit behind is very squishy and easy to kill. It's not an unkillable demon beast that you all think he is. Very much something that we can actually play around. Lulu decides to flirt with life and death, although let's hold that thought for a little bit. Our Rengar's damage is obscene. Well, there you get flash kill. And now we have W if we want to use it, but it's not going to matter. We're dead anyway. Jinx is existing nicely, hitting this turret, taking those plates. Huge. And now Rengar will have to respawn. That's a big shutdown. So the build-wise, we're on the Profane, on the Opportunity. This is always nice, right? It's like absolute focus for lethality. Give me that upfront juiciness. Always something we really value highly as an assassin, obviously. Things that allow you to go burst. You prioritize. No shit, Sherlock. So now we have boots, finally. Do we have damage spikes here? I mean, only healing 227. That's about it. Mundo's now cutting across to the mid lane through vision. We see that. And here we go. You can try. He burnt his flash before. He burnt his ult before. So Karma's rough for Mundo. Really not a fun one unless you have maybe a ghost and ultimate, but flash is just better anyway. So we've shouted to this. Rengar is now looking at this, looking for his ultimate. It is available. Don't have max stack velocity yet, so we can use that. We can get that easily on the Raptor camp here. And maybe we can try something super juicy. Trying to maximize plates here. It's a huge gold lead, but there we go. Ult for probe. Have a look. Mundo went down. We're just going for a scouting job here. Absolutely fine. I really like this game from the Rengar, though. It's a tidy game. 10 out of 16 KP at this stage. Did dip a little bit, but that's okay. We're going to have to take over. You'll see in the match history, which is linked below always, that, you know, this looks great now. And people get confused. They think because it looks great now, it's going to be great at the end. You know, largely on this channel, yes. But for the jungler, not for everybody else in the team, right? So top laner might be doing well, mid laner might be doing well, and then shit hits the fan for them. Remember, it's still a Corki, Kassadin, Mundo, Jax, Lulu. That is a rough comp to play against later on. So this big gold deficit isn't as deficity as you might think. Now, Rengar's like, there we go. We got the full velocity stack, so if we need to use cleanse, there is a trap by the blue team that's able to actually work. The Lulu ult goes through, and it's like, oh, that's a dead. See that, the Lulu plus the Mundo plus the Jax combo. Vex is going to go back in here, get the fear. She will get the kill on the Mundo, but that's okay. Because, hold up, maybe it's not okay. Okay, well, there you go. Well, Kassadin is now scaling, so it's not. 250, doesn't matter with this champion, always ends up doing stuff. It's so frustrating. Everybody's dead. You see what I'm saying? It can change very quickly in League of Legends and the NBA. Both things are true. Very much, actually, it's a good point, because like back in the day, you know, NBA, you'd have 15-point leads, that'd be a lot. Nowadays, it's in 2 minutes, it's gone again. So, same thing with League, right? We've got these different mechanics now. You can have a 9,000 gold lead, a 7,000 gold lead, and like that, it becomes 6, it becomes 3, it becomes 2. And then in that particular moment, 2,000 gold lead that you have over this comp on the left isn't a gold lead. You know what I mean? Jinx ult, cinematic, will it hit? Always cinematic, man. Like, on the coaching channel when I actually ran that one, the Jinx ults would always be hitting, but not in this particular channel. Right, Dragon's available. We have pings for it. I mean, just relax, calm down. I mean, Mundo died. He's coming out of base here. We've got a 2-level lead. We have them going back to base low HP. Jax is showing top lane. There's no reason to flirt and rush with a solo dragon here. Just do our quadrant first. And then, of course, we can come back down. No stress at all for us. Pull it out. Start it up. If Mundo wants to contest, he's welcome to, but he should not. He should just keep farming. Keep scaling, keep farming, keep chilling. You can stack online very easily. You can come online very easily, rather. You can stack your heart steal is what I was going to say. Lulu plus Corki with Mundo and a Kassadin. Oof. You're never going to win early, which is why the Mundo's part thing made sense and why Rengar's part thing was really, really good to cut that off and prevent that, which is why that's how you beat Mundo. And now we're in this great driver's position, right? 6-2-6, Profane, Opportunity, Serrated Dirk again. Objective up is Herald, so we'll go for that one. Vex is splitting bot side here. Corki shows mid lane, obviously. We've got the body, we've got the positioning. Mundo, obviously, at this point, will cut down to try and do something, so Vex should be cautious. She does have her TP. She fears the fog of war, so she backs up. There's Mundo. There it is. As expected, right? I mean, when you overpush like this, and they know they have to give up the Herald, they'll go back. Mundo says, hello, good night. Buy the Christmas Mundo skin when? Oh, wait, we had no Christmas skins this year. Thanks, Riot. Quality. Let's do the... Oh, we'll smite that one, get hit by a Cleaver. Leave it to Cleaver. We have ult up. Oh, they're full root I mean. But Mundo is unkillable. He's not. Not at this stage, not at all. When you have 9,000 gold and he has 6,400 gold, you can kill him very, very easily. You can burst him very, very easily. It's a misconception that this champion just automatically gets 7,000 HP. It really doesn't. He has to earn it, especially from the jungle, and he was trying to, but bless his soul, we're against a better player right now. Kassadin sitting in the bush, and silence from the... silence from the... Oh, he turns it beautifully with that excellent, 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 excellent. Just fantastic. Watch this here. Okay, we get trapped here by the Kassadin, and he gets silenced, so we flash over, waiting for a cooldown. So we have our Q up here, we have the Bola up, right? So we're coming over the wall with the Kassadin, we see the Corgi's gonna kill us. This is where big, good, mega Rengar players differ from, well, I guess the antithesis of that one. Here we have Smite, Bola, plus Q, plus an auto attack. So what we can do is immediately hit that Bola and the Smite. We Smite to slow, guarantee the Bola, just in case we needed it. We've activated our Q here. We're gonna hit that one there, and then of course we have the Profane Hydra, which we hit as well. Now at this particular stage, you get another one that can come through. Boom, there's a Q, right? Because Profane Hydra acts as a auto attack reset as well. Huge, 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 huge. We love this stuff. That's why I like Rengar. Those kind of turns are what we live for. And getting your auto attack there through with the Q at the end, plus your Profane Hydra, mega juicy. There it is. We canceled the Q, but it's fine. So, Jax on the top side, being pushed out. Rengar does die, but that's fine, right? 9.5k gold. Mundo's at 6.6k gold at this particular stage. Jinx is out of position. And now you look at this game as a red team player, like, man, are we winning? Because look at the map state. This doesn't look as sexy as I thought it might. You know, yeah, we got down here, but all these tier 2s are up. They've only got one tier 1, which is a big thing. But you're one lost team fight here from a mega throw, which is what we want to avoid. So we control what camps we can, we control what vision we can. We pass downward. Snack the wolves up. Snack the grump up. Watch the mid lane here, keep our eyes on the map. Full clear down. Vex is over there, TP available. Jinx is still an ISO by herself. Scuttlecrab is going to spawn. We'll wait for that baby. Get full vision control. We'll see what's up. Literally nothing, so huge. Now we can trap. Nothing happening. All right, chill again. Jax decided that all of what we were discussing is not worth doing, so he gets ulted by the Rengar, flashes out, gets slowed anyway. We get the silence, we get the smite there. We'll have another Q to go through here as soon as, well, we'll just hit the Bola. And now, Kassadin, Mundo, and everybody else needs to make a play from this, but there's no wave. The Jax is single-handedly throwing a huge possibility for a comeback, and it's on the Rengar for seeing that, pouncing on it, and noticing, hey, look, you're gonna get this kill anyway, but don't hedge or wait or be, you know, you see the Jax and go for him. I see some people look at this, see the Jax, and then they go deep here to shout at this. No, 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 no. If Jinx isn't in the game, just kill the Jax here, then split push. Now look at the Rengar. He's gonna shit on this with his Herald. They're taking this down. That's fine. We don't care at all. Another Herald play. Well, obviously this time it's for escape. The T1 tech. There we go. Well done. Like seeing that as well. Dragon is spawning and you're thinking, but the dragon. Who cares? This isn't going to solve. Ult is up again. Remember, we don't even have boots yet. Ulting all the way across. Are we going to steal this? No. But that should be an easy fight. Well, yeah. 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 Right. Profane plus W does give you a lot of assists. And from this we can do a Baron, I think, you know? Ult is up in 58 seconds now. Cooldown, just for your reference, is at 71 seconds with current build. Don't give us extra damage on these items because, again, I don't know why. But that's why I said I don't really care about the dragon there. They think, oh, Rengar's top lane. Just ult, get over there. Steal it, don't steal it, just kill them. The idea there is just to kill them so you can fall back to your El Baron and snack that baby up. Which we will. And then we have 3,800 in pocket. 3,800 in pocket. Now, a lot of people are like, but he stayed out too long. No. There is 3,800 in pocket where you overstay, misjudge tempo, and then there's what this Rengar did, which is we need to set up the map. Full clear all the way down, then I'll assess what's going on. You notice that Jax is split pushing and that there's a gap in the mini waves here. Worth noting, mid-game to late game now, they slowed down those mini waves, right? So the wave that was coming up to this turret during that moment when he killed Jack's bottom lane, larger gap than there has been this year. So they had to wait for that. And with Jax dying and Rengar catching the split, they didn't have a lot to do here. They definitely got kills and they pushed the turret and they pushed a little bit. That's great. But Rengar meantime was forcing the Cassidy into base. Used the Herald to get out and escape. When was he meant to base here? None of this was baseable moments. This was a great pressure jungling moment in the mid game about how you carry when you have a lead. Now we have Edge of Night. So Edge of Night I like a lot on most of these champions. Blue Canes, Kha'Zixes, Rengars, you need it. It stops the cleaver hitting you, which might, be a death wish at this point in the game. Triple Q is available here. There it is. Don't need it. When you have Triple Q primed and you just don't even need your final savagery, I might as well flash, E-flash that one. E-flash instead of flash E, shortens the animation, much quicker, no one can respond to it, equals dead Corki. Use the Ebola virus. And now we can shred this turret if we want to. Rengar really does shred turrets. The Jinx is 153, by the way, so really, truly useless. But we didn't need to talk about the Jinx at all. Really, what she did or did not do this game is irrelevant. Because we played a jungle v jungle matchup as a primary game plan. We recognized which lanes were winning, so we played around those and used that priority for actual pressure against the enemy jungler. That's the thing. We didn't just use priority top and mid for our own ego. We used it for, hey, I can use this to kill the enemy jungler, take them out of the game, which is what we did. And a couple deaths here and there, sure, but look at this now. 22 out of 28 KP, 80% KP. I mean, we are bowling with gold. 14,600 to 9,000. Almost 6,000 gold lead. Jungle Diff.